Hello and welcome to episode 13 of our Timberborn update for hard mode Let's Play with the Iron Teeth faction. Last time, we continued building all of this stuff over here, all these different dam pieces. We flooded the crater and figured out that we're going to have to do a little bit more pumping than we thought to get down here to this underground mine. But not to worry, we have another one right here we can take care of. We'll probably do first and then very slowly work our way over to this guy. But other than that, we've just been kind of gradually improving things here and there. We got this area looking a little better. There's still a little bit more we can do to fully optimize this and have a secondary little reservoir right here. There's a few other things that I would like to do up here if we have the chance today. A couple of you have suggested increasing the height around the source blocks here. Maybe putting in a couple levels of levees and some floodgates right here so we can make sure that we have some more water stored up over the dry season. But that's not a super high priority if I'm being honest, just because, well, everything is pretty solid as far as food and water is concerned right now. The outlying districts are not the best at that, but we are very slowly improving. We're going to improve the connectivity between districts. We're going to be adding some more tree farms and figuring out other things we can take care of today as we move around the rest of the map. So, speaking of moving around the map, let's talk a little bit more roadmap for today's episode. We have a couple of small things to fix. You guys noted in the comments. Of course, we're going to continue building over here. We're going to flesh this out a tiny bit more. Make sure that we have everything ready to go as soon as this starts to crest next dry season end, which will be in 24 days. And if we don't start turbo mode soon, we might not get there today. So we'll hit the ground running in just a second. These guys are still working on this section right here, which we will absolutely need as soon as we get another block and a half, 2 blocks high worth of water here. And in addition to that, there's a couple of forestry related things. Like right here, these trees are not supposed to be cuttable. So let's unmark those. That, of course, was to take care of things that had dried out. And we also have a bunch of space over here that, since this is already kind of filled up, we could close in with some levees and create a nice mangrove farm to have a good, steady supply of mangrove fruit over here. We do have 520 stored up, but, you know, you can never have too much. And especially as the colony continues to grow and we get more than 200 beavers, we're definitely going to want to keep increasing our food supply. And that's a good way to do it. And since this area over here already has a water dump, I was thinking a pretty easy, simple way to do that would just be to build levees across here and take this out, this floodgate, and then just have water continuously dumped in here because, well, we have tons of water. I don't think we're going to run out, no matter how much we pump out, so I think we'll be okay. This will be a project we're definitely going to take care of today. And then a few other things. Actually, this next one's pretty small. We could just go ahead and take care of it now. We have, if you look down here, we'd started building a pathway down here, but then we blasted all this out to retain water. So we're actually going to get rid of those stairs. And we're going to start building across to this area right here because we have these lumberjack flags that can't reach over here. But it's not going to be that big of a deal to get over there. All we have to do is put in a couple of these platforms. Even though we can't put a path right here because there's a tree, this will still allow our guys to get over on the other side nice and easy and increase connectivity a little bit, make things a little more efficient, which is what Iron Teeth are all about. Now, how did I miss that we had dynamite here? Let's set that off. Probably should have done that a little bit earlier, but all that does is just give us a little bit more capacity right here. And that's fine. And we also have here in District 2 a piece of path missing that I've been told in the comments. We're going to kind of, I think, have to... Oh, here it is. Right here. I was about to say, I don't think we have one missing, but nope, that's taken care of. So aside from that, I think that is everything that we needed to carry over from before. So let's go ahead and set up to work and start fixing things. Turbo mode, engage. So right off the bat, this area right here, this little island, is going to need to start being used for tree farming. Now we have all of this space right here. This is a 6-wide gap. We have a 3-wide suspension bridge. It would take less resources for us to just build that right here instead of coming down here and getting rid of these trees. That's going to be a very involved process. So I think we'll go ahead and just set this maybe right here and then right there. Just connect it up nice and good there. And we can actually go ahead and connect these islands here with another one of these district crossings. And I'm trying to decide whether we want to leave this as District 2 or if we want to bring District 3 all the way down here, because a couple of you did suggest that we connect those together. But in terms of travel distance, I really don't think that's very feasible. I mean, maybe we could have it come through here, since this is already kind of a little cut through. But I'm not entirely sold on that just quite yet. Most important thing right now is to get trees growing here, because we definitely need to be having more wood. Because we only have 476 logs right now, and we need to keep making planks and stuff so we can, you know, keep building, which is kind of the whole idea. So we need to take advantage of as much as we can. Which is part of why I unplanted this, waiting for this tree to grow up, so we can put another lumberjack flag there, because there's plenty of stuff that needs to be cut. And hey, look, now these guys can get over here. I still can't plant any more trees, but these lumberjacks can get over there and take care of stuff. This log pile is actually full, so I wonder if we should put in some more log storage over here. I'm not really inclined to believe that. I guess we could say that, make that a supply, and then turn one of these into an always full. Obtain, I guess it doesn't really matter. I might have just cataclysmically disrupted the order of the space-time continuum in our little beaver world here. But I don't think we're going to worry about that. All right. So they should, hopefully before too long, be able to get ready to go with this suspension bridge. And I think since this is already connected, yeah, we're not going to be able to put this on this side of the bridge because it's not going to reach all the way to the other side. And I don't think... No, see, that's not going to fit because the entrance is blocked. So the next best option we have is going to be to actually place this up on stilts here and have this connect off to the side so we don't lose... Well, so we lose as little land as possible. So we'll just build ourselves a little 2x2 right here like so. Pop our forester right there. And then I think we can just go ahead and put this... Actually, if I were really smart, I would have built the forester off to the side as well, which we still can do. If we just take a little bit more time here. I'm trying to think. There is an orientation that will actually allow me to do this without wasting too much time. Or I could just not worry about having this one square unused. So, in the interest of creating interesting content, or at the very least not boring you to death with minutia, we will just do that. It's easier that way. And I think one of those is going to be sufficient. Hopefully, should be okay. Actually, no, you know what? I lied. Because I just told you, what, 30 seconds ago, that we were going to have all of this connected over here. I didn't say it was going to be beautiful. I just said it would be connected. So we will do exactly that. So we have to have this hooked up anyway. So I think this is going to have to be a triple wide. Yes. Yes, very good. We'll have that connected there. District crossing right there. I can't click on the path. There we are. So we actually want this to connect here, which is going to give us more space to put our forester right there. There we go. That's what we want to see. And then I think if I just build... I know we're using a whole lot of wood after I was just saying we don't have a lot of wood. But it's an investment in the future. That's what we're going to call it at least. So this will allow us to reuse the maximum amount of this land to grow trees, and we can also continue expanding over the water, because this is never going to get any higher than this. Well, I mean, I guess it can. But if it does, we have a cataclysmic flooding problem, so we'll just leave that alone. Go ahead and pre-plant all of our oak trees. Missed a square there. Good. Good to go. Now, I think, okay, yeah, there's 2 slots right here that I could plant some more trees in if I so chose. Actually, maybe not once this district crossing's all taken care of. So I guess we'll have to keep an eye on that. But this forester can plant trees over here, so that is what we'll do. Now, I think, yeah, I can get one more little area here. Just want to make sure these get going as soon as possible, because it's going to take them quite some time to grow. We want to make sure we're taking full advantage of that. So since we still have water over here, I think it would behoove us to come in and put in levees. Now, obviously, you can't grow mangrove trees in too deep water. So I think what we're going to want to do is take advantage of how this is set up here. I guess we just put the corner pieces in there. Who cares? Make sure we have ourselves nice and contained. Alright, is that the most efficient path? Absolutely not. But it's okay, because that doesn't need to go there, because this is all connected. I just put the path there out of habit. We don't really have to have it. What we're going to need to do... Yeah, see, now this lumberjack is a little bored, understandably so, because, well, there's not really much to do, so we'll get rid of him. He can go do something else. We have 22 open vacancies. Really, in this district alone? Wow. We need more builders, or more haulers, possibly. Might be a smart thing to look into, because I already have 3 builders' huts. I guess maybe... I don't really need to put these in a specific spot, I don't think. Okay, let's not do that there, because I can actually preserve... Yes. That spot should be fine. Oh, you built a 2x3, think you can't build anything here. No, we'll be alright. It's going to be fine. I guess we'll just make these a lower priority, not that it really matters. We just need them to be able to, you know, actually take care of stuff. So, game plan here. Of course, once this is all taken care of, we'll go ahead and get rid of these levees. Put ourselves a staircase. Probably right about here. Yeah, we'll have to put it right about here. And that actually leaves us kind of some awkward spots right there. Maybe not the best best place to put something like that. Yeah, I'm gonna veto that. I'm gonna say we're gonna put that here instead. And we'll just say goodbye to this one tree, because I don't have any lumberjacks over here, because we got rid of the other guy. We'll be alright. It'll be fine, because we still have plenty more trees to cut down. Okay, this guy... Oh, we didn't set these areas as cuttable. That is a good thing for us to catch now, before the trees are actually waiting to be cut for, well, I don't know, 2 episodes. Just to, hopefully not paint too bad of a picture of what might happen to me in the future. So now this is looking okay. This obviously hasn't connected yet, so, well, it is what it is. Are these set to? Yes, they are. We have... Why do we have so much of a deficit in this district? Okay, we need to migrate, which means we're going to have to build another one of these large barracks. But we have such an overabundance. Let's go up to... See, those 10. Let's go up to 48 beavers here. Another 16-piece lodge right there. So I think we can just up this right like so. Large barrack. And then, of course, we'll have to have everything connect up on this side as well. That is not a huge priority right now. We just need to have actual beavers here ready to go because we are going to have some extra jobs available. All right, now we are very slowly... Oh, this guy's stuck. I swear, these beavers, they will take any... How did you even get stuck here? Okay, he walked across before these got built. Well, my friend, you are in the unfortunate situation of being a complete and utter idiot. So, be free. Walk this way. Now, hopefully none of them will do the same thing, because that is really stupid. Alright, looks like our builders are going to work. Yes, we are running low on logs. It is not the end of the world. We will be okay. So we have some over here. This is a couple hundred logs right here. Just have to get harvested. These are very slowly... Well, I clicked on one that said 2%. Yeah, that's very slowly. These are slowly trickling in, and they will be harvested as such. This one is not marked for harvesting, so let's go ahead and do that. It's nice to just kind of take a look and see if there's anything you've missed, like these two trees, that could easily be utilized. It's always, always, always a good idea to make sure that you know exactly what your situation is with your resources. Hey, we're already planting trees here. That's looking nice. Very good. Oh, we also have... I guess I could put some stairs going up this way. Now, how are we looking over here? Obviously, we still have tons of water. It's not going to evaporate anytime soon. This is complete. That's looking nice. This is very, very close. So I think now is about the time we start putting in another set of floodgates. Why does it always stick? What? That's so far away. Well, I can still get to it at least. But by the time the next wet season is here, hopefully I can have these 4 gates in place. That will be our primary spillway to get all of our water down here and into the main bowl. I believe we already set this up. Yes. We have a gate there. We have a gate there. We have over here, of course, the original spillway, which will not be enough to deal with all the water coming through here. But I think we should be in pretty good shape, because we also have this spillway right here that we can divert water to. We need to fill this section up, which we haven't been doing because we've been so focused on this back side right here. But that will be done soon-ish. So we'll go ahead and do that. I'm going to, since this is the emergency spillway, I'm going to go ahead and put in... Oh, I can't decide if I want to put in a floodgate or if I just want to put in regular dams. I think I don't want to be monitoring it. I think we probably just want to put in a regular dam piece, because if this overflows, that's not going to be great, because for water to come out of here, that means it's overwhelming all of this, which is not going to be fun. Not going to be a good time. But I'm not inclined to just mess with this too much right now, because If it's flooding, I can always just delete it and solve the flooding problem, then replace it with a dam piece. So we can save some wood there. Okay, this is progressing. We can go ahead and put in there, and we can actually plant, well, not this entire area, which is unfortunate. I think if I rotate this 90 degrees, which shouldn't be a big deal, rotate this 90 degrees, we'll have a little bit more range. Good, that actually gets us almost all the way done with that. So we will go ahead and put all of this as mangrove. Oh, I can plant underneath the thing, can't I? That is not a bad idea. Alright, so that's going to be a whole bunch of mangroves, which will, of course, need their own gatherer flag. And this one right here. Actually, we have enough. I could probably be okay putting 2 of these in. I guess we'll just make that the lowest possible priority workplace, so nobody is stealing a job from somebody else for doing that. And I think... oh, okay, we didn't connect our pathways here. That is a good thing to catch. Alright, so now that's hooked up. Good to go. This eventually will become something that's, you know, actually tenable. And with this constantly dispensing water, once this is actually, you know, blocked off, it should function just like our aquatic farms used to function in the older Iron Teeth plays before they redid all their food systems. So we should be very, very familiar. I just hope these trees don't dry out before that happens. Oh, yep, there goes all my water. But we do have the water dump, which is kind of the whole reason it's there. We just need this to be finished pretty quick. Man, we are pumping up a storm over here with our 20 water pumps. We have so much water stored. Getting close, getting close. We have 3 more right here. And that should pretty much permanently take care of this in terms of water storage. This is water outlet. Need some logs. We probably should also have a tree farm here. I just don't know what the water level here is going to be fluctuating between. And I don't want to plant a bunch of trees up here if they're just going to die because they'll end up being dry 2/3 of the time. That serves nobody. But these trees down here, these should always be watered pretty much forever. And if they're not, then I think we have bigger problems. But yeah, this is why I didn't plant mangroves over here, because they would dry out about 1/3 of the way into the drought every single time. And while this is technically a survivable amount of time for mangroves to not be in the water, I don't want to do that. I don't want to take that time and effort and beaver power to set all this up only for it to dry out 16 days later. That's not a good use of our time. So these got left on. They were supposed to be, so that's fine. I think... can I let water out? Yes, I can let a little bit out. And then we'll just put that back up, refresh these trees. Everything should be fine. Now, these gravity batteries are all completely full because we're not using all of our power production, because we don't need to, because we don't have enough beavers to eat all the food we're making. But as we continue growing, these batteries are going to receive more use. We could also choose to pause some of these. Actually, none of these, a couple of those did not have prioritized by haulers turned on. Yeah, so we actually don't need any beavers working here. I guess they're just going to because it's a job that's available. So, not really much we can do about that. Just trying to think. I just wish this was kind of an automated thing where you could prioritize certain seasons to go from different power sources. Like, say, only run the engines in the dry season, and then obviously rely on our water wheels the rest of the time. Not that they're, you know, fully reliable anyway, but I don't know, programmable power outputs and stuff it just seems like something that would make sense. It's probably in a mod somewhere. It might even be in a mod that I've used and have not paid attention to. Got 3 unemployed beavers here. Now, I think... Is this already fully staffed? No, it is not. I don't think I'm worried about that, though. I think it should be fine. These are fully staffed, obviously. These are going to take so long to grow. It honestly isn't even worth having somebody employed here. But we kind of don't need to worry about it. There's not really any mission-critical stuff happening over here anyway. Just have the one. Looking good. And we, of course, are waiting for logs here because we don't have logs. But we do have a couple of these trees up here we could be cutting down. It's just kind of sporadic a little bit. What is and is not available. But if we have beavers, we can take advantage of their labor. Then we might as well. It's the Iron Teeth way. Now, I don't think this is going to let me... Wow, okay, that's actually a pretty good amount that I wasn't thinking of before. All right, so that'll give us something to do up there. Why do we not have any... We're not dying of thirst, are we? So we have no water. Because we have 11 beavers. And this one is not working. Why? Oh, because it's... Oh, that's a vacancy. Never mind. So do we have water? No. Why do we not have... So you're telling me this district that has 2,000 water stored can't send water up here? Make that make sense. You coming to get some water? Sure hope so. Doesn't look like they are. We have food, though. Oh, no, there's one water. Yeah, that just kind of illustrates the point I was going to eventually kind of get into making, is that we really, really need water here. So let's go ahead and put in just a couple right here on the edge. Ooh, if I really wanted to. Oh, I could do... You know what, I'm not going to worry about things being in quote-unquote the correct spot. I'm just going to put them in. Give ourselves some beavers something to do. Put in a little storage here. We don't need a ton of water storage here. We just need an actual direct source in this district so we don't have any problems. Are we some thirsty beavers over here? What's going on? Oh. Your thirst is satisfied. Well, that's fine. We have plenty of other stuff to be taken care of. And... we've got... Yeah, we got to send somebody over here. It looks like that's good to go. Building. Hopefully doesn't take too terribly long. Did these already die? No. Okay, good. We're getting close, folks. We just have to have a couple more of these levees put in. It's kind of a long process, building from the top down, snaking around like that. Fortunately, I don't think the water can actually reach over here before we run out. And they haven't finished putting the levees in, so I think we can leave that alone for right now. Should be a nice source of some extra food for us whenever it ends up actually growing. We have plenty of pine resin somewhere. I just don't know where it is. Oh, 280. Okay. That's fine. This actually is kind of too big of a forest for that anyway. But when we actually get to using our mines, we're going to need those treated planks. So I don't really see a reason to cut down on this. If anything, we should be trying to store more treated planks. We have 210. Yeah, so we definitely want to get some other storage going on. Now, I think what we're going to go ahead and do, these pumps are currently flooded a third of the season. So we have... Yeah, we have enough water. We'll just go ahead and get rid of that. Let's see, check our depth here. I highly doubt this is ever going to become that much of an issue. Well, let's go ahead and build ourselves a little platform here. And we'll put in a couple of these guys elevated so they can just constantly run, instead of having 3 that can only run halfway through the drought. I know it's just another one of those big projects that is going to get kind of pushed around while everything else gets taken care of. That's fine. We got enough going on anyway. Now, is this actually a correct crossing? Looks like it's working okay. Although I don't know... Now, this should not be exporting... I guess it doesn't matter if it exports water because, well, it's here. We have a lot of water here, and we have not completely filled our storage here. I guess it's not unreasonable. What I'm more interested in, though, the adventures over here. Okay, we're making progress on this thing. In fact, that's almost done. Everything's looking okay. That floodgate is finito. So let's go ahead and put in a third. Now, where do they stick that rubble? Okay, they can reach that. That's fine. Now, when the water comes pouring through here, we already have, right here, we've kind of blocked this off. This area is going to flood. It's going to be kind of unavoidable. But that's fine, because it'll trap a little bit of water here. And it will just peacefully cascade all the way down here. But when that happens, we're going to lose access to all of these ground tiles. So what we're going to want to do is make sure that we have stuff set up in a way that is going to allow us to actually harvest metal, which means we're going to need to build ourselves a little platform, put one right there where it's not liable to get flooded. Nice easy access down here, and then that should be okay. Now the water will end up kind of coming down through here, but I don't anticipate it's going to be a torrent. So this should be okay. I'm not gonna worry about it. We still don't have any water here, but we also haven't killed anybody from well, being thirsty. So the more the merrier. We have the ability to hold up to 20 beavers in this district because we have our 2 barracks. We don't have the food or the water to support that many, so we're not going to bring anybody else over yet. But as soon as they start pumping, I think we should, well, we'll be in a little bit better of a situation. Not really great. But yeah, look how fast the water is going down, pumping as much as we are. This is why we plan ahead. Yeah, it's gonna take them a while to get rid of all of those logs, especially because we only have 150 now. So it's a good thing we planted these at the beginning of the episode because, well, now they're a quarter of the way through, so another math days, 22, 23-ish, we'll have some logs here. These, of course, will continue to grow as I keep clicking on young ones. Yeah, there's a couple that are in the 90s there. Okay, these are pumping, looking good. Let's see, in terms of well-being, we're actually doing better than I thought we were. Could definitely use more campfires, more rooftop terraces. I don't have any shrubs. We need to build some of those. And monuments. We don't have enough wood to really be messing with monuments right now. But we will at some point soon. Hopefully, if all these trees continue to grow. Like, I feel like we have an adequate number of trees planted. We just kind of harvested a lot of them at one time to do something that involved a lot of levees. I don't know what that could have been. And I definitely don't know what this could have been. So, take that as you will. You know, we're not connected here because they haven't put everything in. Are we harvesting the logs over here? Because we should be... Oh, yeah, we definitely are. Well, that's fine, I suppose. So I think now... Okay, we're almost done here. These 15, 17... Yes, they're looking okay. We just need the water to not go away faster than we can put it in. Which I think if we have this constantly supplied, ready to go, so we don't have to worry about it, should have no problem keeping up with evaporation in something this size. So I'm not going to choose to be worried about it, and I don't think you should either. Now that pretty much takes care of most of our punch list items as far as keeping up with the last episode's goals. But, you know, there's always more to do. The problem now is we just don't have enough wood, and this is going to take a very long time. So we could very well start cutting down some of those, but don't forget we also have all of this. A bunch of pines, a bunch of oaks. And we already have a path over to this general area. Now we would have to move these staircases over one more slot to be able to get everybody in here. But I think we can manage. So that is exactly what we'll do. We'll just have this be a full-blown tiered, tiered thing. It's fine. Don't get too caught up in the details. We'll just connect this all up. Another stair up right here. And start out with a couple of lumberjack flags. And we have this area right here that is completely unfilled. Now, since this district is separate, I mean, it is connected, but it is also separate, we could just harvest these logs and start building ourselves a dam around here. Because this is the spillway. We shouldn't see water coming through here until probably close to the end of the temperate season, just because of the way things are currently set up. So not really worried about it. Also, this isn't going to be deep enough where it's going to be impossible to pump out like possibly this might become. So having path access here is going to be nice. Eventually, we can have this kind of blocked off, but I am more interested in harvesting the wood we have here just to make sure that we're all taken care of. I think this should be okay. This isn't going to be that far. It's not going to tell me, is it? No, because these aren't connected. But this is 63. This is 85. So I'm thinking by the time this is all connected, these down here are going to be like 100-something tiles away, which, you know, is not really ideal. You click on this one. Oh, it's really only 50. Oh, okay, that's right. That thing is there. Where was the building? 90. That was 90. Yep, that makes sense. This is 130. This really should be part of this other district here. It really should be. But we don't have metal refining in here, so the only reason, of course, that we harvest this is so we could refine it, but we don't have power. We could. And I know I'd thought about kind of early on maybe putting some power wheels here. We still can. There's nothing saying we can't do that. But it is going to become an issue of supplies here because we do only have less than 300 wood. And there's plenty of other stuff that needs to be built. This is taken care of, though. So as long as we have... Oh, we're missing all of the logs. Okay. Well, that's going to be a drag. We can't get that put in. But I think we will be okay. Okay, you have nothing to do, huh? All right, well, then you can go somewhere else. Now, we don't have any oak trees over here, but we do have It's really only about 40 logs over here ish, maybe, if even. So I don't know, but I also just need wood, and this is in a different district anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter. Is this set? Yes, it is set to cut trees. So then maybe we just do that. We're kind of all over the place, aren't we? Well, but this is connected, so that means they can go ahead and start doing that. Get these lumberjacking, I guess. Get these trees, expand our pathway down here. I think we'll be in pretty good shape. Now, what we don't have in this district, we don't have a hauling post. So we should probably build one of those, and I think that's going to be something... Oh, we missed a deep water pump. Oh, that's right, because we're detonating. That is why. I think we reached all the way to the bottom. Yes, we did. Alright, so let's fill that back in. I think what we'll do here... We don't have the wood to really do this right now. I want to save that for other projects, but we do need to expand our platforms all the way around here, kind of wrap around, make everything connect, and then back behind these barracks we could put in a hauling post or some other 2x3 building or 3x2 or however you choose your numerical nomenclature. Okay, that's in place. That's good. We got 8 days left. I'm going to go ahead and put in another triple floodgate. And that will be the last one here. And then once that's put in place, we can put these last 3 levees. And that should pretty much completely seal off this crater until it fills all the way up and water begins to spill this way and through our emergency gates as well. Already looking pretty good. I don't really have too many complaints about that. This area is finally enclosed and it's actually getting water dumped in it appropriately. Haulers are bringing it in, and our guy Teshi over here is dutifully dumping it out. So hopefully, yeah, some of these trees are almost fully grown at the very beginning here. By almost, I mean they're another 2 days away. And then it'll be another 10 days before we see any fruit. So we might actually not get any fruit off of these trees in this episode. Especially if we're already at about 43 minutes. That's not very likely. Not impossible. But I'm not going to hold my breath. Yeah, so this is the part where the Beard Booster members can use the press X to doubt emoji in the comments to roast me for lying to myself about how long I'm going to have a video or a stream going. Anyway, that's one of the many perks of the Beard Booster program, is to flame the video creator with emojis he created. It's all good fun, though. We have a good time. So we're all fully planted here, fully planted here. What do you mean you don't have anything to cut? Oh, you actually don't have anything to cut down. Because you already did. Well, I can't really fault you for that. So what we'll do instead, get rid of that, and then I think if I put this up here, I can reach that one. Yeah. I just want this one tree, and then pretty sure this guy will be all finished. There won't be anything else for him to cut unless I move up here or over here. I'm not really too worried about it. Alright, so we have this district now perfectly matched in terms of open jobs and assigned beavers. But we also have stuff that's not good. Well, this is a different district, actually. So let's compare apples to apples here. We have 6 vacancies, so we actually need to have another 6. Let's go all the way up to 20, because I'm pretty sure we can support that. Now that we have more water, food is not looking fantastic, but we have the ability to put in some small storages in various places. Let's see, all around here we actually have a couple of... Oh, that's actually kind of cool to have just 5 built-in food storage places. So let's see. We'll just go for broke. We'll go for every food that is not a berry. Algae rations. That's that. Fermented cassavas. And then fermented soybeans. Get one more for fermented mushrooms. I can find a fun spot for that. I guess we'll put that one up here. Doesn't really matter that much. But then we'll have food storage. Won't be a ton, but this is not going to be a big district anyway, so that should suffice. Everything should be a-okay. 4 beavers with nothing to do, and that is because we have not yet filled up our hauling post. We also could possibly put out another scavenger flag, but we're not very hard up on the scrap metal yet. So I think that should even out if we have 6 here. Actually, no, we'll do 4 here, and then we will do 4 here. Kind of even that out just a little bit more. Did he cut down his tree? Good job. You cut down your tree. I'm proud of you. Now go do something else. Balanced on our job stuff here. Looking good. Are we cutting? Oh, yeah, we are making time on these trees. That is progressing quite nicely. Now if I put this here, yeah, that gives us access to a lot more of those trees. Let's connect that up. Oh, we actually can't yet because there's a tree in the way. Well, that's fine. So as soon as they build this one, then we can get rid of this one closest here. Have this guy migrate. And that'll just take care of itself. We'll get some more trees. Everything will be a-okay. Now we're going to have extra land over here. I guess it's not really well suited for it. But we do need to be growing a lot more trees. A lot more trees. So I have half a mind to just kind of start cutting some of these down. But at the same time, I don't know if that's really necessary, per se. I do think we have enough. We just kind of had a little bit too much at one time. Got a little bit too big for ourselves. I would like to kind of enclose this whole area up here. But it's not exactly the most sustainable thing we could be doing. I'm trying to think. I don't know that it's really a fantastic idea to start cutting all these trees down. Well, we're going to need to eventually, but we aren't currently hard up for wood. We also have all of this we can be... Oh, it deleted that rubble I didn't want to delete. But they can come grab this stuff because we have our paths going all the way across here. This is now fully dry, which is, well, I guess it's okay. We have 5 days left in the drought. Now, we have 16 vacant sites for jobs. We have 15 unfilled. Oh, that's because we sent a whole bunch of beavers out elsewhere. But the breeding pods will keep up, and that'll be fine. Now that we're actually kind of exporting some of the food, this stuff can all get back to work, which is nice. We can actually use stuff now. All these plants are growing nicely. They're getting harvested. Everything is staying alive. How close are these trees to growing? Halfway. Okay, yeah, definitely not today. Definitely not getting any of those today. Okay, that is progressing nicely. Go ahead and get that out of there. I'm going to go ahead and place in... That is definitely the wrong building. Just a little guy for logs. And you might be saying, why haven't you put a giant one down? Well, because we don't really need one. We'll just have these two. These guys can fill this up, and the haulers will come take care of everything else. It is no big deal. But it does start to kind of become a problem if we're bringing in logs from all over the place because I don't think... Yeah, we just don't have big centralized storage for logs. Which, well, is kind of a problem, I guess, isn't it? Do I dare? It wouldn't fit there, but it would fit right here. Wouldn't be the worst thing ever to have log storage next to the logs, you know? What a concept, huh? Well, they should be able to get on that before too long. 4 days left in the drought. That should get us to right about an hour of runtime. Maybe a little bit less, which is about where I like to be. Then we'll see a couple days of the temperate season, and that should take care of that for today. But yeah, you can already see just how much water we're pumping out. This is already almost all gone. Which is why we have this thing set up here. And this is actually full right there. So let's go ahead and fill these in one at a time. And then that will truly be good to go. Be completely full. We'll get spillway stuff coming in here to replenish this area. That will be quite lovely. Aside from that, there's not too much more we can do right now except wait. Fortunately, we have not too long of a time to go. And we can still do a couple things here and there while we're waiting. Let's pop that guy in there. We only lost about 1 block of height, block and a half maybe, which is nice. That seems to be about correct with the length of the drought that we've just had. These trees are fully grown now, and some of them are only, what, 7 days away from bearing fruits, which is very exciting. Especially considering the kind of, I'm not going to say lack of food because now it's kind of caught up, but there were a couple of these things we didn't have anything left on. I think we have 3 hydroponic gardens for mushrooms. We have 3 for algae. We probably could make some more. I don't think we really need to. But as we get more beavers, I think we are going to want to. In terms of industry stuff, I don't think we're wanting for industrial supplies. I hesitate to think that it's time to go to bots, because we don't really have a ton of everything stored up, but it might not be the worst. Might not be the worst thing to get into. We would definitely have the power capabilities between everything. Well, now the network's not going to tell us because everyone is everyone's gone to bed and there's not really anything flowing through here. But these are all completely full. We have our, I can't click on this for some reason. We have our gravity batteries all completely full. So it would stand to reason that we could in fact start doing bots. We have plenty of science. You know, okay, we have enough enough stuff here. I don't know if I want to get super tall with all this, but 3 factories is enough to make all of our components. Contrary to what some people seem to think, you just need 1 factory per item as long as they're correctly supplied and you're not in some sort of shortage or the guy's going all over the map trying to get pieces. It should roughly equal out. It's not going to be perfect. But one of those should be able to supply 2 assemblers. And I think, well, let's just make some parts first. We also have to connect all of this from behind, or at least into one of these. So we can't forget, of course, to come back here and make that happen. Which, of course, is going to mean we have to have this come all the way back anyway. Just so they can build everything. I think that's all we have to do is go that way. So we have the option of double stacking these and having 4 assemblers, but we don't have the industrial capacity to support that. I'm just trying to stockpile some parts. think next episode would be a good time to really fully dive in. But I figured since we had a couple minutes toward the end of the episode, we might as well go ahead and get these started and then focus later on. Now, what I would like to do is we have the ability, if we run our power shafts into the back of these, we have the ability to actually have a second layer of these back here and then path on the very edge of the map all the way behind all this. Do note, though, that these have to be here because of the way the engines are working, so we're not going to be able to build all the way back here unless it's 2 wide buildings instead of 3. But behind these, we could put another complete set of bot part factories and then have 4 assemblers running on top, which actually doesn't sound like that bad of a deal, if I'm being completely honest with you. These do suck up a lot of power, though. They're 150 each. So if we had 6 of these, that's another math. Yes. That is another 900 power, which I think we have. I'm not under the impression that we are wanting for power, mechanical, or, well, I guess it's not electrical, strictly speaking. But I think we're in a pretty good spot. So let's go ahead and just, let's just do that, because there's really not a compelling reason not to be perfectly honest with you. So I think we'll be good. Nothing is dying of... Oh, these trees are... They'll be fine. That is one thing we do need to do since we are here. I think we have... Oh, we have so much dynamite. Let's just blast some of these little reservoir things here to keep things nice and irrigated. So, of course, we'll just blow this up. We might put these 2 deep just to hold little pools of water in droughts. I don't know why they're taking so... Oh, they have to import it. That's right, because I had some right here. I guess these guys had better things to do. But we'll blast those 2 deep. And that should keep those trees alive. Good to go. Man, we are sucking a ton of water out of this. Okay, and these are, of course, they don't have power because nothing's connected. That is fine. They've been fully stocked with the preliminary little bits here. So let's go ahead and put in another set of 3. What is this one? Chassis. That one is limbs. This one is heads. There we go. That should transmit power to all of these. And then, of course, we have to get on top to put... Well, we don't have to get on top to put our things in here, but I figured might be kind of nice to have these arranged in kind of a fun little pattern. Have these connected like that, and then have little tiny storages up here for all of the different components. It's not the most efficient way of doing this, but I still think it's kind of fun. So see, I've got 4. I'd have 7. I think ideally 6 is enough. So why don't we just do this? Let's see, we'll go... Oh, I have to remember what these look like now. Chassis up here. Limbs right here. And then heads right here. And then all we have to do is connect either in the back with a staircase or in the front with a staircase. I think probably would make more sense to connect up here. Just have to find a good way to get everything down. And I think the best way currently is to just kind of wrap this around a little bit, build ourselves a little staircase right there, and have it connect nice and cleanly like so. And of course we can wrap this back around. We could, you can't build on top of these, but We can build on top of these things. If we wanted to, we could have another layer of storage on top of all this. I really don't think it's going to be that big of an issue. I'm not planning on stockpiling the parts. Hey, drought is over. So what's really going to be fun, too bad we couldn't build a cage around this. We do need to kind of stockpile some wood, though. Really going to be fun to see how this fills up, because it's going to go pretty quick. But now before this floods, we really need to make sure we take care of all of this stuff. Okay, so that's too far, so I'm not going to worry about putting in anything there if they can't reach it in the first place. Not going to lose sleep over that. And just pop a couple more of these guys in. Again, we're going too deep. It's a nice even number. Go ahead and light these off. I get the idea that by the time we're finished playing with all of this dynamite in the holes, then our crater will be overflowing. Alright, so let's check on this real quick. Okay, we still have plenty of time. We are nowhere near this being full. This is set to 2.5, which is the same height as our spillway here. Yeah, so I think we can pretty safely leave that alone for at least the next little bit. We are over the hour mark. I'm trying to be cognizant of that. But I do want to see at least something happen over there. Alright, so that's going to, I'm not going to say future-proof, but it pretty much should take care of these trees. They'll be in good hands. And now these should be, yeah, we're actually only a couple days away from getting mangrove fruits off of these, which is going to be nice because our population just keeps on growing. Now let's see, these are, yeah, those are looking fine. Now I'm actually kind of curious if we have enough materials to build all this. Okay, that's a lot of metal blocks. We actually have the metal blocks. It's planks now that are becoming an issue. I think we just need to give them a little bit of time to catch up. And they should be okay. Now, why are we all complaining about water? We only have 270, really? Okay, these guys are, well, I guess they're not doing a great job of distributing, but we do have only 2 pumps currently operating because we don't have enough water coming in. Because we are, oh, this is actually all the way up. We need to set this up to 1.5. Not like we really need the extra power, but we do need the water to be coming through here so we can actually use it, you know? Okay, is this actually raising at all? I think it is. I mean, this, yeah, this shouldn't be worrying about this at all. I guess I'm just impatient. Yeah, it's going up. We are good. We are good. We are in range still? Yes. Getting plenty of wood. All of that. That is very nice to see. I didn't miss any dynamite, did I? No. Good. Very, very good. Are we starting to store parts up here? I feel like we should be producing. Okay, we're not quite supplying enough. Because these are not rotating adequately. Kind of, oh, this doesn't need to be set to 0. That needs to be set to 0.5. That should give us a little boost here. Maybe, a tiny bit. Or we could just completely close all this. I don't really think it's that big of a deal. How long have we had this rubble over here for? Okay, yeah, that's been there a while. Let's go ahead and close this. Turbocharge our little water wheels here. Even though we're not needing them. I just like to see the stuff work. I think it's fun. So this actually should be operating, which is going to be really exciting when we have this in place. Let's not forget that we need to have power charging stations that need to be hooked up to stuff, which actually we have the ability to do a lot of that up here if we need to, or we can find some other spaces in more convenient places. Oh yeah, that's a good spot right there. Fill that up. That's actually probably the only really good spot available at this exact moment. Because I wanted originally to kind of put some more production up here in these slots. But I don't know if that's going to be the best option. I think I kind of just want to put all these charging stations in a row up here, because eventually bots are going to be doing all this anyway. We can send our beavers off to do other fun things like frolic in the sun all day long, get that happiness score up to the maximum. But in order for us to actually use all of this space, we are going to have this set up slightly differently, I think probably is the best way to go about it. I just need to move the stairs over is all I'm getting at. So if we were to just keep it simple and have it set up that way. Put that in place. I can just go ahead and delete it now. And just run this all the way down. I wonder. I'm not expecting this to work. I don't have my side platforms. Oh, I wanted to use them so bad to get over all this stuff. But I don't think I can't do that. But that's fine. We'll just put a bunch of charging stations. We'll start with 2 right there. I don't think we're going to get a bot before the end of this episode anyway. Well, actually we might. This one's at 76%. So I guess you never really know. We do have parts stored for every single type here. So who knows, maybe we'll have our very first bot. We have plenty of science, so maybe we want to unlock the most expensive stuff first, the stuff that's going to be really dangerous, which I obviously can't do until we have a bot. I don't remember what the exact cost of this is. But 95%, 96%, yeah. How are we looking over here? Oh, we're getting there. We're getting close, folks. Oh, we're missing one. We're missing one. Oh, no. No, that was almost bad. Okay. Go fix that. All right, we have a bot. We got our very first bot. It is, well, somewhere. Where are you? Scroll all the way down. Hello, Ironbot 1. What are you doing down here? There's nothing for you here. Carrying berries? You're unemployed. Why are you carrying anything? Oh, he's supplying the little ones. How very wholesome. Anyway, Ironbot 1. Let's see. 10,000 for bots. I don't have 10,000 science. I have 9,882. Where are the inventor houses? Did I just get rid of them and not rebuild them? No, okay, they're right here. Yeah, let's get at least 3 of these guys in here. We don't need the builders to be completely full up. It would be cool to have the bots assembling the bots. Even though that's probably not the best use for them. Probably not. Oh, are we out of metal blocks? We might be. We very well might be. Okay, so we're importing our metal blocks, or scrap metal from over here. Okay, that's a process. It's coming up here. But I do still only have the 1 bot. How long is it going to take to build this? Well, we're halfway there. So maybe by the time we're done here, we'll have 2 bots. And then we can either put them in the bot assemblers, or we could do the thing that makes the most sense and just make them haulers, which we probably should have done this whole time anyway. But I'm kind of reluctant to make them haulers because we don't have the power infrastructure all over this entire district. Although most of the storage is concentrated pretty nicely here. So maybe that's what we'll do. It is cheap. So let's just unlock that for bots. Now, don't tell me the bot broke down. No, Iron Bot 1. Oh, he's out of energy. He doesn't have anywhere to recharge. Okay, well, that's my fault for not having any charging station. We have all the metal blocks there. Metal block. Oh, okay. So we actually have pretty much everything we need. That's good to see. Now we don't have enough metal blocks to actually build a charging station, so our poor bot can do nothing because he cannot charge. I feel like there's some sort of literary critique available for that whole circumstance here. So this is waiting for metal blocks. I'm going to pause these back 3 just because, well, we have some components already. We don't need to be running 2 of these at one time, especially not when our smelter is, well, smelters are unable to keep up. And hey, there we go. There's our 3-day drought warning. I think we can go ahead and ride this one out and see how long our drought's going to be before we say goodbye for today. See if maybe we can get one of these charging stations built. We're just waiting on the gears and the metal blocks. Yeah, we really need to have substantially more of these things right here. I just don't have any way to get these things down over here. That's kind of a problem. Just a little bit. So I think that's what we're going to want to do is continue, well, we have a lot of wood, continue building our platforms here and then have some more wood-based industry on this side. Maybe put in another staircase ascending back here. And I know they're not going to get this finished, especially not with all of this. So that's going to be a next time project for sure, to make sure we can keep up with all of our wooden needs. We are going to have them go sideways here, which is going to be interesting, but we can squeeze them in one sideways here, and they can share the same path. So I think we can do that fully twice here, I think. And then we'll see what happens from there. Now, this is just about completely full, and I'm so glad that it actually is and that we haven't missed it. So we can see the water probably for the first time come through here in just a second. And there it goes. So this is going to begin filling. It'll fill here, and then it'll backfill up to here, and then slowly work its way out this side, as well as filling up here, which does not currently have an outlet. This is just the overflow. We can raise or lower this gate as our demand dictates. Friends, I have made a tragic mistake of putting our scavenger flag on a level that is going to cause it to become flooded, because I did not do my my math correctly. So what we're going to need to do is actually blast a channel with dynamite here. That's a fun project for the end of the video. We actually need to blast a channel to come out here. And I think we'll just go kind of diagonally here at first. Yeah, then we'll just stick this here. Why don't you use multi-delete? I don't want to. Next question. No, I'm just messing with you. going to take them a while to lay all of that. Maybe not. The dynamite is right here. It's pretty close. But of course, the goal with this being to channel the water out this way. Because it will spill over the back here. I really should have built this up another level. In fact, I still can, actually. Well, maybe some other time. We just need to make sure that we are getting water out this way, which, I mean, it's still going to do. We just want to offer a path of least resistance. Look how cool this looks all full. Like that. I want to set this off so bad, you have no idea. Give them some time to import some more. Looks like they're doing that just fine. All right, and before we set that off, I'm going to go ahead and... Oh, I'm going to have to redo this, aren't I? Let's see, I think I'm going to have this one, this one, this one, and this one put in, and then we're going to have to demolish where the paths are. Especially this thing right here, unless I can go underneath, which I know I can't. I don't know why I bothered to try. Well, we'll go ahead and set this one off. I love that stereo effect. Very cool. Alright, now it's nighttime, which means we can... yes. We can remove all of this stuff with impunity. Because the beavers don't need it. And they sure are going to care when they can't get around here. But they can. They walk all the way around. It's not going to be the end of the world. Yeah, there you go. Do your weird isometric walking motion. Now they're doing that. So why are you just standing here? You should be... Oh, you can't import and you can't... Oh, it's not connected by path, so I made a mistake. I made a mistake with this. Yes, I did. Okay. Well, I tried, folks. It's just kind of complicated. We gotta blast this one first before we can do anything else. So I might actually not have this ready to go by the time we actually want to use it, which is unfortunate. Just kidding. There we go. So now this becomes the top priority. Once that's built, I can get rid of that. We're working. We are certainly working. But I really wanted this to be done before this was over. So, you know what? How about a good old-fashioned all-nighter, huh? For no reason other than to satisfy my petty curiosity. Look how cool this looks with this full. That's a lot of water. That is a lot of water. And look how well this is doing. We got trees here. We have our gatherer flags actually can be set to the proper... There we go. Start gathering those. All right, now... Hurry up and finish this. Good, that's done. Which means now we can come over here and place this right there. All we need is these two right here. So come on down, put that in place, and then we will detonate. And then we'll be good to go. Of course, we'll have to reconnect this when the time comes. And there we go. This is now fully connected all the way. It's probably still too much inlet to fit in one single wide, single deep slot. But go ahead and put that back down to 18 so I don't get the Beaver Protection Society after me, or whatever it is the acronym we came up with. But this is super cool to have this completely filled up. And we actually got most of our water back in here. Everything is looking quite nice. We still don't have enough bots because none of these charging stations are built. Actually, this one's pretty close. So I think we have 3 incapacitated bots. That's exciting. That means they can work in the hauling post as soon as the charging thing's done. But we'll go ahead and let them finish that out. They're not going to finish this today, so that'll be a next time thing. I guess we just go to single time speed here in the middle of the night. Water flowing over here is very cool. This is actually just about maximum level anyway, getting pretty close. So if only this weren't disconnected, that would be quite nice. We have to fix this down here, which I guess is easy enough to just, do that. But now it is pretty well contained, flowing evenly out this way, nicely cascading. Yeah, that is good stuff. I know we didn't quite get around to this, but we have plenty to do next time around to improve our metal throughput and all of our problems with wood. Now that we're, making bots, but we can get a little more efficient by having the bots start to do a lot of the manual labor, which, is always the goal. Let the bots do the dirty work. So we'll set that up to maximum height. That's already up to maximum height. We're looking good. 20-day drought. I should have backfilled this. But, that is a-okay. We have plenty of wood over here still to get. This is looking nice. I'm going to go ahead and put this up to maximum height so we don't lose any more water. But hey, this district can now pump. We can maybe think about putting a small farm here. Oh yeah, we definitely are going to want to have some more food over here because we don't have much. But yeah, that is where we're going to leave it for today. Look at all this. I'm really pleased. I think this has turned out quite nicely. It's not the most beautiful thing ever, but it's reasonably organized. It's not this isn't great, but it's better than last time. I can tell you that for sure. So yeah, thanks for being here. I really appreciate you. I hope you're having a fantastic day. I'm glad that you're able to spend a little bit of time here today. Well, I guess I can tell you exactly how much. Wow, an hour and 23 minutes. Well, that's my bad. Saying, I'm not going to do long videos. Well, here's a long video. I know there's a lot of you that really like them. But yeah, this is it's just so cool to see all the mid and late game stuff come together. I think that's my favorite part of doing these Let's Plays. Is when we get to the fun part where we can start automating stuff. It's just fun. So again, thanks for being here. I really appreciate you. Don't forget, I read every comment. So if you have anything to say at all, questions, comments, concerns, you want to just say hi or offer constructive criticism or helpful advice, comment section is always open. I read all of them. I can't always respond, but I do read them, and I really appreciate you being here. And I hope you'll come back again for the next one. Of course, huge thank you to the beard boosters who are slowly becoming quite a formidable army, actually. I think we're almost at 20. Might be at 17 or 18, which is amazing. Week and a half into it. So big thanks to those folks for helping support me and the channel a little bit extra. We've got some fun stuff coming for them and for you in the next couple of weeks based off of spooling that up. So be on the lookout for that. Of course, we also have Discord. If you haven't joined that already, please feel free to do so. That's open to everybody. But yeah, we've got some fun emotes on there. Beard boosters can use them on YouTube. I can't, unfortunately, do that for the Patreon members, but YouTube members can always do that in the comment sections and live streams and all that good stuff. So if you want to be a part of all that, links are in the description. But yeah, that's all we got. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Stay safe, have fun, and we will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.